celebrating 25 years of the Quality Council of India. Truly a landmark occasion, a day to remember, a day to celebrate, and hopefully a day to give new wings to an idea whose time has not only come, it's actually overdue. We are in the festive season. We've just completed 9 days of celebrating Navratri. Dasera yesterday, the victory of good over evil. We'll have Karwa Chauth, which some of our ladies here may possibly be fasting on. Diwali, Christmas, New Year. We have a series of festivals. But to my mind, there can be no better festival than the festival celebrating quality. And therefore, today's program has a very special significance. 25 years, in a way, is a long journey. But really, if you look at it, it's the beginning. And it helps to reach an inflection point from where one can really take off towards much bigger and bolder targets, a bolder and better future. And therefore, the leadership that Quality Council of India has provided in this journey, where India is adopting quality standards, where we are hoping this becomes a part of the DNA of our entire country. It's working in different spheres. I think while we celebrate this day, let us also make this a day of new resolutions, new commitments, new energy, and new promises. In fact, if one was to look at our festivals also, there's a high level of quality in that. Everything is to the T. And yesterday when I don't know how many of you are aware, or some of you may not be really celebrating the way we do, but for the last 35, 40 years, I've been making the thali, the plate on which we make a small demonstration of what the festival of Dasera is all about. I would have been much more comfortable in Hindi, but I see many friends from out of the country. But I'll translate briefly for you. हम एक थाली में रावण, भगवान राम, छोटा सा लक्ष्मण बना के उसकी पूजा करते हैं, और रावण को उनके 10 सर के साथ बनाना आटे से बनाते हैं, और उसमें भगवान राम के पास तीर कमान दिया जाता है, लक्ष्मण छोटा सा साइड में रहता है, छोटी सी थाली होती है जो हम अपने घरों में शायद 8-10 इंच या 12 इंच की थाली में, और ये रोल मैंने 25, 30 या 35 साल से किया है घर में, कि वो थाली में रावण बनाना, भगवान श्री राम बनाना, वो तीर कमान बनाना कि वो तीर मार रहे हैं, उनके नाभि पे जाके लगना चाहिए तो तीर की डायरेक्शन ठीक हो। और शायद 35 साल, 30 साल मेरी शादी के हो गए, 30 साल तो पक्का मेरी पत्नी ने मेरी आलोचना की है जब जब मैं वो बना रहा होता। रावण का सिर बड़ा हो गया, राम का सिर छोटा होना चाहिए क्योंकि रावण बड़ा आक्रामक रहता था, भगवान राम सौम्य रहते थे। फिर कभी पांव ठीक नहीं आते हैं, कभी वो डायमेंशंस ठीक नहीं होते हैं, बो एंड एरो बनाना आसान नहीं है। तो हर चीज में क्वालिटी का तो एक संबंध बन ही जाता है। करवा चौथ आएगा, हमारी पत्नी सूर्योदय के पहले उठेगी, उसको पक्का कोई अलार्म नहीं लगता, नींद खुली जाती है, खाना खाना ही है उस टाइम पे, नहीं तो दिन भर भूखा प्यासा रहना है। और उस दिन 100% मैं क्वालिटी से इसलिए जोड़ रहा हूं कि भगवान भी क्वालिटी कॉन्शियस है एकदम। 100% उस दिन चांद लेट आएगा। और फिर फोन्स, एक दूसरे को फोन, तुमने देखा क्या, मुंबई में आ गया है क्या, कलकत्ते निकल गया है क्या चांद। और उस दिन बादल भी ज्यादा ही आते हैं। अच्छा, फिर एक स्टाफ को भेजो कि वो चौराहे पे जाके देखो, वहां से तो नहीं दिखता। मुंबई में आई एम ऑन द 17th फ्लोर, तो जरा ज्यादा नजदीकी से जल्दी दिखने की संभावना बन जाती है। मुंबई में, दिल्ली में तो ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे है, चारों तरफ ग्रीनरी है, लुटियंस दिल्ली में कम से कम। तो हर प्रकार से हर चीज का अपना अपना कोई ना कोई टाका सिस्टम या मेजरमेंट, जैसे अमिताभ कांत जी ने कहा, या एक एसओपी बोल दो, या एक प्रकार से सिस्टमैटिक अप्रोच हर चीज में देखने को भी मिलता है, अपनाने का भी संबंध मौका मिलता है, और आगे के लिए तैयार करने का भी एक मौका रहता है। मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं, मैं एक अच्छा एक अगर मास्टर बना लूं और उसको नीचे प्लेट पे रखूं और उस पर आटा फ्लो करके और फिर उसको हटा दो, तो परफेक्ट रावण और राम बन जाएंगे। एंड दैट इज व्हाट क्वालिटी इज ऑल अबाउट। Your day-to-day working, your day-to-day issues, your day-to-day requirements, if you can convert it with the help of small techniques very often, or small designed SOPs, life becomes so much easier, so much faster. It takes me half an hour to make that thali. I could do it in 5-7 minutes in a more efficient manner. Let me try that, unless my wife objects. उसको भी हंसी मजाक का अच्छा मौका मिल जाता है. Then she makes sure that it is FaceTimed and shown to the kids also. Look, this is what your dad has done this time. Why I am highlighting this is that I think if each one of us was to have in our mind the consciousness that any and everything we do can be done better, can be done more efficiently, can become more cost effective, can become more useful for our customers, to take forward Amitabh's point, can become more measurable, and can actually help this country become a developed nation in the next 25 years. If we absorb this idea in our very being, in just about any and everything we do, it can transform this country faster than any of us in this room can imagine. And that truly is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision when he talks of the 5 commitments, Panch Pran. He's really asking the nation to change our mindset, to be a self-confident, a self-reliant economy, to be bold in our ambitions, to plan for a developed nation by 2047, to remove whatever little historical baggage we are carrying, the colonial mindset, as he articulated on 15th August, as the country celebrated 75 years of independence. Look at our roots, where a lot of good learnings are available. Our heritage, our culture, our tradition teaches us a lot of things which can help us progress as a society. The spirit of unity, एकता और एकजुटता जिसकी बात प्रधानमंत्री जी ने की, our unity in diversity that we are very proud of, and our duty, kartavya bhavna. And I think quality is something that will transcend all the 5 pran, 5 pran जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने हम सबको दिए हैं. It's something which can help us achieve all 5 smarter and better. And Friends, quality never comes at a cost. Quality is always cheap. It in fact saves cost. And therefore as I was glancing through this book that the DL Shah QCI Awards is describing the various projects, on almost every project, this is a project done by a company in Hardwar, and the gains are 53 lakh rupees saved in costs, productivity increased 30%, cycle time reduced by 4.82 minutes, 6 manpower from each line, total 24 manpower reduced over 4 lines, and machine speed increases from 80 to 120 pieces per minute. I don't think the cost of the effort done to achieve this would have been anywhere comparable to the benefits. It has other benefits, non-tangible, like safety of workers, the morale of employees. People started thinking out of the box in this company, which is what, when you bring the consciousness of quality, happens. And the chances of customer complaint significantly reduced. Similarly, on another project, the cost saving has led to a financial gain of $45 million. And the scalability of the opportunity to duplicate that in other companies. And I could just go on, but on a small aside, Mr. DL Shah and I share a birthday. I'm privileged that you asked me to dedicate this book, because the first page, as I read, the late DL Shah, 13 June 1907. And I'm glad I got this information, because it makes me feel closer to Quality Council of India. Incidentally, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi, and I also share a birthday. And I think that helped in our bonding, helped when I was fighting for India and the developing countries' cause at the WTO, and also helped when we finally celebrated the success of the WTO along with our birthday celebration together. Friends, I've had a beautiful relationship with Quality Council of India. Not only since I became the Minister of Commerce and Industry, but ever since I got an opportunity to serve in government. And truly the work that they did in bringing quality into the entire coal ecosystem is not only worth the highest accolades, but has been in the spirit of national service, because it has transformed the way the coal industry looked at quality. There was a time before 2014 where what you paid for in terms of coal was far, far away from what you actually got. So there would have been slippages as high as 6 levels or 5 levels many times in the quality of coal that was being delivered versus the coal that was being paid for. I remember in my first meeting with the heads of all the coal companies in Kolkata, somewhere within the first month or two after becoming the coal minister in 2014, I recall, and as you very rightly said, I'm not an easy person to work with. Many officials may not like to work with me actually. I'm told so. I don't know how far it's true. Anurag or Amitabh can probably, or Anil can throw more light on that. But I was doing a review of coal, and one of the managing directors of a coal company, whom I was pulling up for the fact that boulders were coming along with the coal that was being supplied by Coal India and its subsidiaries. At that time, 2014, there were big boulders. In boulders probably the size of this box over here, coming along with coal while being transported. So I was pulling up the officials, why this is allowed to happen, how does this happen? Obviously the coal companies are not doing a good job. And a managing director tells me, sir, when we loaded the coal, said it in Hindi, but again, for the benefit of our participants from abroad. Sir, when we loaded the coal from our coal mine, from the quarries, we loaded perfectly good coal. Along the way, in the railways, I was not railway minister at that time, he thought he could get away with it. He didn't realize that Modi government is one government. Every department has broken the silos. We work as one team and are responsible collectively as a government of India. Since in the railways, the train stops somewhere, these people come to steal coal. They take away the good coal and they put in those boulders into the coal wagons. I was aghast. I won't take his name now, I don't want to expose him. But I said, Mr. So-and-so, are you trying to suggest that the people who are coming to steal the coal, if any, when they take away the good coal, they are picking up these huge boulders, climbing on top of the wagon because the loading is from the top, and putting these boulders inside as a replacement for the good coal. And how many people would be required to pick up a boulder as big as this? And why should they ever do that? They just need to steal the coal, if at all, and run away. They are not going to be replacing that coal with huge boulders. But that was the thinking and the justification which must have gone off for how many years before 2014. And that is the day I called upon becoming more quality conscious in the coal sector. After serious efforts, I found that it was not getting us adequate results, and that's where, like the good Samaritan, Coal Quality Control of India walked in and helped me truly transform the quality of coal in India. I think it took us about a year and a half of relentless pursuit and pushback. Wasn't an easy job, friends. Every single way, along the way, every single possible opportunity, we were tried to be stopped. Every effort was made to stop us. It was not an easy journey. Right from even appointing them. That process to appoint them was full of complications and files and paperwork going up and down to avoid appointing them. They said we'll do it in our own labs, only our labs will do it, third party will not do it. Every single obstruction that they could do, they did. But I'm glad to report that by the time we finished the project, of course it's continuing, you still continue to do third party sampling. But by the time we achieved a zero tolerance on quality of coal being compromised, what the coal company built is what the power plants got. And if they did not, we had a third party sample under seal kept with us before the dispatch. That would go for a third party independent evaluation. And should there be a discrepancy in the billing and the independent third party evaluation, coal companies have actually paid back money to the power companies, which ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, have helped all of you in business, as residential consumers. All consumers of power in the country benefited because this irregularity was ultimately being loaded to the power cost that everybody was paying until 2014. And with the quality of coal improving, your cost of power came down, was kept under check, and of course, our power companies and the equipment that they used got longer life, less maintenance, and overall, this quality consciousness helped us in changing the mindset of the coal companies. I'm sharing this in so much detail with you, friends, because I'm convinced quality only helps save. It comes at zero cost. And any effort made to improve quality across the country in big or small units, in everyday life, will help the economy, will help the country truly become a developed country. There is no shortcut in quality. You have to go through the rigor. You have to go through the initial pain, but it can have huge results for each one of us. We've seen that happen when the hospitals were taken up for quality accreditation. We've seen that happen when the Food Corporation of India decided to focus on quality, particularly since the grain being given, rice, wheat being given, was to the poor of the nation, who also have a right to good quality food grains. And the country is really proud of the fact that Prime Minister Shri Modi, through the COVID period, not only ensured good health care, the wheels of the economy getting back into action quickly, but ensured that not a single child had to sleep hungry. Every single poor person, and 80 crore people in the country, including the lower middle class, was given not only the food grain that they were entitled to under the National Food Security Program, but additional 5 kilograms every month per person, free of charge, which continues until December. Overall, a cost of nearly 4 lakh crores. But the world has noted that India was able to ensure not a single person slept hungry, not a single starvation death in the country, and every poor was given a short amount of food for his sustenance, for his well-being. And it's not a small thing, ladies and gentlemen, that food grain goes through a very transparent process. Your biometrics are your ration card today. You don't need a ration card in your pocket. The old days, which some of our ladies may remember, ration card with names, names who are dead being crossed, new names being added, then a small red or blue mark or a green mark being made when the ration for each month was taken. All that is history. Everything is technologically enabled. Everything is through biometrics or your Aadhaar card. And the distribution, particularly through the One Nation, One Ration card, is pan-India. You can choose anywhere in the country where you want to pick up your ration. So our migrant labor can pick up some of his ration in Mumbai or Surat or Coimbatore. His family can pick up the rest of it in Bihar or UP or Haryana or anywhere else from where they go. And a third person can pick it up in Rajasthan. The entitlement is transparent. The delivery is transparent. And all of it is through a proper quality assured process. A process which is pan-India and which is a proper defined system. And that is what quality does. The moment you introduce quality parameters to any program, becomes far, far more efficient, far, far more viable on a cost-effective basis, and certainly helps serve the people whom it is intended for. I'm happy that QCI has played a role in ODOP, the One District, One Product initiative, to encourage products from remote areas also getting a market both in India and internationally, and are helping us to introduce the concept of quality in the remote areas of India so that their products also become acceptable both in Indian and international markets. They have helped us significantly in the GI tagging initiative. They have helped us through the Swachh Sarvekshan, the ranking of states and cities on cleanliness, which is again a very, very important program of this government. They are helping me bring quality consciousness at the storage points in various warehouses of the Food Corporation of India, Central Warehousing Corporation, and the different states. And most importantly, they have been actually the leaders in the initiative of the ONDC, the Open Network for Digital Commerce, which will help us save millions and millions of small mom and pop stores, the corner stores, from becoming extinct, which will help save millions and millions of jobs, which will help democratize e-commerce so that the entire ecosystem across the country gets a chance to engage with modern technology, with e-commerce, and become stakeholders of a vibrant future India, which cares for every section of business and industry, big or small, and which focuses deeply on customer satisfaction. As the Prime Minister said, it's time that the nation adopts zero defect, zero effect. Quality also can help us significantly when we are looking at a sustainable future for the country. I'm sure the efforts that the Quality Council of India has done so far will not become an occasion to rest on their laurels. Let this 25th anniversary rekindle a new spirit, a new excitement, open up new opportunities, new thinking, help them scale up each of the programs that they have undertaken to make it national in character, to help us make quality a part of our day-to-day lives. And most particularly, I am seeking their cooperation in helping us bring about more alignment with international quality standards, alignment with, or rather bringing together convergence of all the various quality related organizations, whether it is FSSAI, BIS, whether it is the rail or defense establishment, whether it's the National Test House, all of these various quality related organizations. I would urge the ministry and QCI to work to bring in convergence so that quality, which we want to be a national mission, also works hand in hand towards greater acceptance of all these various organizations working in tandem, working towards a world-class quality system which can help us scale up absorption of quality standards, which can help take the national quality mission to every citizen and every business establishment in the country, so that the business environment, the investment environment that we have been able to create can grow from strength to strength and can help India achieve our mission of becoming a developed nation by 2047. Quality, ladies and gentlemen, will define brand India. And I do hope the brand India that goes out across the world will be one where quality is assured, quality is guaranteed, and quality becomes a part of every facet of our life as we work in the Amrit Kal, the next 25 years, to making India a developed nation. My best wishes to all of you in the festival season, my wishes to Quality Council of India for a successful journey towards QCI at 50. When India will be celebrating 100 years, you will be celebrating 50 years. And I think that will be an appropriate occasion to measure the success of QCI's journey to make quality intrinsic to every aspect of Indian life, our customers' satisfaction and happiness, and making India truly a world power that it is destined to be. Thank you.